Hi, yeah, I'm Ian, but there's no time for introductions. I've got a story to tell. One day I was hopping around without a care in the world. I was full of fun and fancy-free, and that's the way I wanted to be. I didn't let my troubles trouble me until I stubbed my toe on the concrete floor. I latched onto my throbbing toe with my hands encasing it, waiting for the immediate pain to subside. Then I slowly released my grip to see the damage. Please don't be bleeding. Please don't be bleeding. Please don't be bleeding. Please don't be bleeding. And sure enough, at the tip of my toe, it was oozing a droplet of blood. Oh no. No, I can't die. Not now. Where did I go wrong? Why does concrete even exist? Why don't we just have dirt roads? Why do I insist on being barefoot all the time? Maybe if I just started wearing shoes, this stuff wouldn't happen to me. Who am I kidding? That's crazy talk. I'll never wear shoes, and I mean, even if I do, fate will find a way to hurt my feet. This is it. I'm going to die. I had a good run, I guess. I mean, all I really did was play with Legos. No, this isn't how Ian dies. I will survive, and I will survive barefoot. And this cut won't keep me from my destiny. Because God can heal me. He can do all things. Lord, heal my flippin' toe. Why is my toe still bleeding? Are you even real? I think all of us honestly have struggled with our faith in God. After all, I mean, it is difficult to put your faith in a God that you can't see. But let me ask you this. When was the last time that you doubted that the wind existed? And after all, you can't see it, but you may say, I know it's there because I feel it and I can see it move things. And God, He's the same way. Even though we can't see God, we can feel Him, and we know He's present and active. But the thing is, there's also an enemy, an unseen enemy, and he has a mission. He's waging war against you. Why? Simply because he hates God, and you were created in His image. And this enemy, he wants you to live in doubt, never to fully realize that God is here to protect you. He wants to sabotage our future using evil, dark, spiritual weapons that we can't see, but are very real and very dangerous. And just like this enemy has powerful spiritual weapons, we actually have some too. God has given us a powerful tool called faith. The psalmist writes, talking about God, "You are my refuge and my shield. I have put my hope in your word." One of the powerful tools we've been given is a shield of faith. And your faith and trust in God is like a shield protecting you from the deadly fire arrows of the enemy. The enemy doesn't care how young or old you are. He will be firing those flaming arrows of doubt at you as soon as you're in his sights. This is not a game, this is a war. Now I believe that God has a bright future ahead for you, but the thing is you won't get very far unless you're carrying the shield of faith with you. One day, without warning, the enemy will ambush you with the flaming arrows of doubt, like he did whenever I stubbed my toe. But if you have the shield of faith, you can protect yourself against that onslaught. So how do we wield the shield of faith against the enemy? Well, first, just acknowledge that with your strength alone, you won't be able to conquer the enemy. But with the strength of the Lord and His defensive power, you can do all things. Take a second and pray to God and say, "Thank you, Lord, that you are my strength and you are my shield. I put my faith in you." And there you go. You're wielding the shield of faith. Even though you can't see it, it's there. And the enemy, he can see it. And he's afraid. Now, even though my toe didn't heal miraculously in a split second, it did heal. It just took a day or so. My prayer was answered. And if you take up the shield of faith and walk forward with boldness, I can say with confidence that your greatest adventure is ahead.
The enemy is using spiritual weapons to attack us. To defend ourselves, we have spiritual weapons of our own, and We learned today about the shield of faith, but there are many weapons that the Lord has given us to defend ourselves with. Find out next week, time, to discover the other spiritual weapons that the Lord has given us and how to wield them.
On the next Greatest Adventure, the Helmet of Salvation.